Simpler recycling, what it means for your business and why it matters. So recycling rules have always been a bit of a postcode lottery. And what you could recycle in one area often won't be accepted in another, and businesses were stuck trying to keep up, and that's exactly why simpler recycling has been brought in. So since March 2025, every business, charity and public sector organisation in England has to follow the same set of recycling rules. And yes, that includes transport depots, offices, construction sites, warehouses, even cafes. And the goal is to make recycling the same for everyone and get our nation recycling rates moving in the right direction again. And what does the law actually say? So if you have 10 or more employees, you now have to separate all your paper and card, your glass, plastic, metal, and your food waste. Smaller businesses with fewer than 10 employees, they do get a bit more time. You've got until March 2027 to put this in place. And the key thing to remember, paper and card must be kept separate from other recyclables, unless your waste contractor has done a formal co-collection assessment. So once separated, it has to stay separated. Collectors can't just mix it all up again. That would defeat the object of what we're aiming for. So why is this change happening? The UK's recycling rate has been stuck at around 44% for years, and a big reason is inconsistency. So simpler recycling creates a system so staff and customers always know what goes where. You get higher quality recycling because separated material is much easier and cheaper to recycle. We can push the UK closer to its 65% recycling target by 2035. And it's also part of a bigger plan, Extended Producer Responsibility, which is rolling out from late 2025. We'll make packaging producers pay for recycling, and that money should eventually help fund better service and a better infrastructure. The big question is the system ready? Is the infrastructure there? And are waste producers talking to waste facilities and the end locations for all this waste? The truth is the law is ahead of the infrastructure. So many parts of the UK don't have enough anaerobic digestion plants. They don't have the extra trucks or the split compartment vehicles for a separate paper and card collection. They don't have enough space at the depots and the facilities to keep everything separate. And some council waste firms are still scrambling to update their routes and contracts. And for businesses, especially smaller ones, finding the space for all these bins is going to be tricky. So yes, it's a big ask, but the direction of travel is clear. Separating at source is the future, and this law is meant to push us there. So what should businesses be doing already? So even if services aren't perfect yet, you're still responsible for getting ready. And here's what I'd focus on. Map your waste points, decide where the bins will go, inside or out. Talk to your waste contractors, check they're on the public register of carriers, and ask about their co-collection assessments. Get your signage sorted, make it easy for your staff and your visitors, and train your team. Even a 5-minute toolbox talk goes a long way. And keep the evidence. The contracts, the assessments, the collection notes, this all goes to show the Environment Agency that you're doing your part. And if you're running depots or public facing sites, remember you can sort waste at the back of the house before the collection. So what matters is that what's leaving your site is separated. So this is going to take time. Waste firms still need more kit, councils need more contracts, businesses need to adjust. There will be teething problems, and that's normal. But there is also a benefit. Clean, separated material has more value, and over time, this should bring down the costs and help us build a better recycling system. So at Viral Logistics Consulting, we're here to help businesses make sense of all this, from waste compliance to transport audits and environmental permits. And if you'd like your team to feel more confident about the waste regulations, Viral Logistics Academy offers tailored training sessions too. And this change might feel like a lot, but it's a chance to get organised, prove compliance, and do it right the first time.